Now, as I'm doing this video, NIO is down 2.5%, Lioro is up 0.69%, Xpeng is up 6%, Rivian up 0.86%, Lucid up 0.45%. Then we've got Zika up 2.3%, Tesla down 0.72%. NIO, it is the stock that is taking the hit, or most hit today, which is something that is not good to see. It continues showing us, of course, how the market is making sure that they keep this stock down. I mean, Xpeng, the reason why it's up 6%, I suppose it is based on the insurance registrations, or 7,000 insurance registrations, which made Xpeng to deliver even more than Lioro today, which is something that was so great, so amazing, because it is showing the strength of deliveries for Xpeng, which is something that is, of course, pretty exciting. Now, one thing that you will know when you compare Xpeng with our NIO is that NIO models, there are some models that Xpeng will have to sell 2 cars in order to make the kind of revenues that NIO makes on one model, which is something that you have to bear that, or we need to have that at the back of our minds. Xpeng selling more does not mean that they are doing way more than NIO. Yes, in numbers it might be the case, but in revenues we might talk of another thing, right? Or it might be another thing that you need to take into cognizance. So yeah, man, this is what we are seeing today. I mean, NIO had insurance registrations of 5,300. Xpeng, like I said, had 7,000, and Lioro had around 6,700, just 300 short of what Xpeng managed to achieve. It is kudos to Xpeng. They did very well. I give kudos to them. I'm not against them, but one thing that you need to take into cognizance, like I said, is that Xpeng sell cheap cars, whilst NIO, on the other hand, NIO models are not cheap, which is why we saw them selling 3,000 and seeing, of course, Envoy L60 selling what? 2,300, which is a very good figure, because like I said in the video I did in the morning, it was the second highest figure that we have ever seen coming from, obviously, Envoy. Now, Xpeng, after up 6%, it is its market cap is around $12 billion, and NIO, its market cap is $9.5 billion or $9.6 billion. Lucid, they are up 4.6%, and their market cap right now is $10.5 billion. So it is almost official right now that Lucid market cap exceed or surpasses NIO by $1 billion, which is something that, again, we've discussed more to say that it's not, I don't think it's right. I don't think the market is using the correct metrics. It shows how manipulative the market is. And Rivian up 0.6%, market cap $16.1 billion. Lioro, market cap $25.8 billion. You've got Tesla with $1.3 trillion market cap. Now, again, I will go back to Xpeng. Q4. You will know that Xpeng total Q4 deliveries were lower than NIO's total deliveries for the year 2024. In fact, Xpeng's deliveries came below 200,000, whilst NIO had total deliveries over 220,000. I can't remember the exact figure, but it's 190 something thousand for Xpeng, which shows you that the two companies, in terms of what NIO produced or managed to sell last year versus that which Xpeng sold, NIO still beats Xpeng in terms of quantities when you look into the full year of 2024. But the market does not see that. The market decides, or it's deciding to reward Xpeng more. I suppose it's because of the gross margins that Xpeng is having. I suppose it's how close from getting to profitability is Xpeng is. But I mean, revenue wise, Xpeng can talk to NIO. Revenue wise, NIO crashes Xpeng, and it is a matter of time and when we'll see also gross margins, profitability also improving for NIO. The more they sell cars, is the more profitability will get closer and closer. So this is what we are seeing onto the markets today. It does not mean that NIO is a bad stock. You did not make a wrong choice if you are investing onto NIO, and of course this is my opinion. My opinions are NIO is a good long-term stock. I'm not a professional financial advisor, but based on my opinions, based on my research, based on the fundamentals that NIO has, I think NIO is a company which is set for greatness. I think NIO, it is the company that is heavily manipulated, because even if you are to go and check the PS ratios of all these EV stocks, you will notice that NIO has got the lowest EV stocks as compared to all of them, which this just shows you of how unjustified the share price of NIO is. I can tell you now, if NIO was the one that had 7,000 deliveries, I can tell you one thing: the market was not going to reward NIO. This is what we usually see if any other stock besides NIO reports some good stuff, like what we are seeing Xpeng doing, or like what we saw Xpeng reporting today, the markets will reward that stock. This is what we are seeing. We're seeing the market rewarding Xpeng. But NIO, Q4, on the 1st of January, they reported not only record-breaking monthly deliveries, but they also reported record quarterly deliveries, something that we have never seen coming from NIO. But what did the market do? It did not reward NIO. But on the other hand, Rivian saw 14,000 deliveries, or they delivered over 14,000 deliveries in Q4. But the market, the next trading session, Rivian had 25%, or share price of Rivian went up by 25%, which shows you once again that, yeah, they are trying to keep NIO down. They are trying to make sure that NIO does not move. But like I always say, they can't keep it down forever, because right now they will tell you that they are keeping it down because, or they will, short sellers will tell you that they are shorting NIO because it's not yet profitable. Profitability is still far. The losses are still a lot, and therefore NIO is not going to ever be profitable. It's going to take a long time until NIO gets to profitability. This is the reason why the short sellers will tell you they are shorting NIO. But Xpeng is not yet profitable, but the kind of shorting that it receives, it cannot be compared to the kind of shorting position that NIO has. Did you know that NIO is one of the stocks that is shorted the most, or it's one of the stocks that is being shorted the most in the New York Stock Exchange? This is one thing that I think I covered this like last month, where we saw obviously NIO making it in the top 5, was it top 5 or top 3 of the most shorted stock in the New York Stock Exchange, which is something that shows you that they want to keep it low. As long as it's not profitable, they want to keep it down. But I think their days are numbered. Like I said, like I always tell you, their days are numbered, because NIO is a company that is transforming to become something we have never seen. I mean, president of NIO, I don't have to remind you what he said 3 days ago, and that is profitability will come very fast and on a large scale. This is what the president of NIO said, which is something that gives us hope, gives us the courage to take this low trading price as opportunities to load the boat, because we know one thing, and that is blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. Yes, we do have our days where NIO is trading way over other EV stocks, but those days are not that much. But on the other hand, on the other side, you'll notice that for some other EV stocks, they've got quite a number of days where they will see them outpacing NIO in terms of market cap. I mean, a company like Lucid that is able to sell, which its Q4 deliveries came in yesterday just over 3,000 for the entire Q4, is having a market cap that is $1 billion more than that market cap of NIO, which delivered in the very same Q4 72 or over 72,600 vehicles. This just shows you once again that the market is not fair. The market does not treat NIO that good. But anyways, our time will come. So Xpeng, kudos to them. Those that are investing into Xpeng, I'm sure they are excited today. Those that loaded or that are investing onto Xpeng, they are very, very happy. You will know that this year Xpeng is expected, based on Deutsche Bank's estimates, they're expecting Xpeng to sell 400,000 deliveries, which will be 110% from the plus 190,000 deliveries they saw last year in 2024. But with NIO, Deutsche Bank's estimates for NIO are at 450,000. So regardless of what we might see, based on what Deutsche Bank sees, Deutsche Bank is saying NIO will still have more deliveries compared to that of Xpeng in the final year, because NIO is expected to deliver 450,000. And let me remind you something, that that figure that Deutsche Bank had for NIO excluded or did not include the sales that we are going to see coming from Firefly. When you add that 50,000 which NIO said they are targeting to sell of Firefly this year, then it takes that target to 500,000. But anyway, let's not jump the gun ahead. Let's see how things unfold. I did say that this month I believe that NIO is going to sell 25,000 or around 25,000 deliveries. They won't go over 30,000, because January it has also got that effect where we see people not interested that much in buying cars, because they are planning, they are doing their things ready to tackle the year, right? So yeah, man, I'm not surprised, but our time will come. There will be a day where the short sellers won't be able to short this stock again, because like I said, what they are standing on right now is that NIO is the losses are a lot that NIO is generating per quarter, and when I look at profitability, it's not yet profitable, and therefore this is for this reason that they continue shorting the stock. But profitability is coming in Q4 of this year. We are going to see profitability coming from NIO, and I cannot wait, man. That will mean so much to the new investors, especially those that have been persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price, including myself. I cannot wait for that day to come, because I know finally there won't be any other reason why even the short sellers will continue shorting this stock, because it will now be profitable. Li Auto, which is profitable, like I said, it has got a market cap of around $26 billion. I mean, this shows you that if NIO is to turn to profitability, and let's say for argument's sake it's priced to almost where Li Auto is, it means that share price wise it could go by 3x, right? Because looking at the market cap that NIO right now has of $9.5 billion, multiply by 3, it will place NIO at what? $28 billion, which I would say it's fair, and that will take the share price of NIO to also multiply by 3, which, knowing that they're at $4.50, it will mean that we could see NIO easily being at $13.50 when NIO gets to profitability, and that is in Q4, and I cannot wait to see that take place. But otherwise, if the market continue favoring stocks that are profitable like Li Auto or Tesla, who knows, when the year ends, let's say Li Auto it's up, maybe market cap it's at $40 billion, it would mean that when NIO gets to profitability, it means that the share price will also have to grow and try to be closer, if not higher, than that of Li Auto, which is something that is great, something that is exciting, and thinking about that just makes me to want to load the boat. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win. That's all from me, and God bless you all.